Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So today I want to talk to you guys about Instagram. Now I know this isn't really usually what my channel is about because I'm more focused on health and fitness and nutrition, but I get so many questions about Instagram. How to grow your profile? What have you done? How do you get so many followers? What do you recommend to help me grow my profile? So I figured I'd make a video about it and save everybody some time so you guys can come to my channel and watch it and learn and grow your channel and get followers and be Insta famous. Just kidding. Anyways, let's get started. Alright, so the number one most important thing would probably have to be your Instagram handle. The handle or your username is basically how people find you. So if this is just like a private channel that you want to grow, just use your regular name, obviously. But if you're having a theme for your channel, like fitness or nutrition or, I don't know, horses, make sure that your username and your Instagram handle kind of conveys that to the user. Also, for example, I have Workout Unicorn as my name. So when people search for a workout, just a person, and they're not specifically looking for me, they're going to find my profile because it has workout in the name. So obviously whatever your Instagram is about, make sure that that's conveyed in your name, and so that people, even when they're not necessarily looking for you, they can still find your channel based on your username. The second thing I want to emphasize is your picture. Your profile picture. A lot of people will put the picture that's just like the cutest of their face or of their dog. If that doesn't have anything to do with your channel, like if your channel is about fitness and I see a picture of your dog, I'm gonna be like, this is a spam channel, or this has nothing to do with fitness, this guy just has like a private account. So obviously, make sure your picture conveys what your channel is about, is well edited and looks professional, because nobody wants to see one of those like selfie, scaly, on a potato camera type pictures where you can't even make out the person and it's all like gray in the background. So make sure it looks professional, make sure your picture conveys what your page is about. The third important thing is your bio. So the bio is the thing that comes under your profile picture. So the reason this is important is so that people can find you based on the information in your bio. Instagram, just like YouTube, just like any other search engine, uses the word that you put in your bio to search for you on social media. So for example, if you leave your bio blank, that's giving Instagram less information for other users to find you. So in my bio, I make sure to include that I'm a personal trainer, that I'm certified in metabolic nutrition, which is my specialty, and that way people can find me, but they also get an idea about me. So when someone lands on my page, before they even see my pictures, excluding my profile picture, they can read my bio and kind of figure out what this page is about, what I'm about, what my specialty is, what services I offer. It's just kind of like a little introduction to my page without them having to do the research and go through all the photos to kind of figure out what it is they're looking at. Alright, so after you've got all that down, the next step would probably be to go look for other accounts that are similar to yours or similar to the things that you are interested in. So for example, I'm a workout account. When I first started my account, and this was just an account that I used to hold myself accountable to losing weight and staying fit, like I never ever thought it would get this big. So what I started doing is I just went to other people's pages that I liked and I was like, hey, this account looks interesting. I'm gonna follow them and see what they're doing. This account looks interesting. I really like the way she does her photos. Let me get ideas. So go ahead and start following accounts that you find interesting and accounts that you like. Not necessarily to copy or emulate them, but just so you have people that you're following and you can stay engaged within that specific community. Alright, the next big basic thing for Instagram is hashtags. How many do you use? Which hashtags do you use? What do you do? I'll break all that down for you guys right now. So the first thing, if you want to have an account that's going to be a business account, or you want your account to grow, make sure that it is not private. If your account is private, people can't see your pictures. They can see your bio and they can see your profile picture, and that is it. Nobody's going to actually take the time to go ahead and follow an account that's private unless they really, really want to, or you give them a good reason to. Majority of the time, they don't have a reason to do that. So make sure your account is not private for starters. Alright. The second important thing about hashtags, and now people kind of break up into two groups. Some people don't like using very many hashtags, some people do. I'm in this camp. I like using a lot of hashtags because guess what? I want to get visibility for my page. Now, it's not just throwing out any hashtags or the most trending hashtags. That's not going to work. So what you need to do when you use hashtags, make sure that they're specific for you and for the audience that you're looking for. So for example, again, my account is a workout and fitness account. You're not going to see me use hashtags like InstaPic or InstaLike or InstaGood or pick of the day, because that has nothing to do with my target demo. Like, yeah, I'm going to get some likes from that because it's going to get more visibility, but I'm not reaching my target demographic. I'm not reaching the people I want to connect with. So what do? Use the hashtags that are specific for your community. So mine usually include workout, they include fitness. If I'm wearing a specific apparel company that I really like, I'll use their hashtag. So recently I shot for Pop Flex Active, so I use their hashtag in my recent videos. Stuff like that. Make sure your hashtags are unique and tie into the picture that you're showing, as well as the community you're trying to be a part of. Don't just use general hashtags that'll get you like a lot of likes, because you're not going to really reach your demographic, and eventually those likes are going to mean nothing. So focus on good hashtags, and of course if you're using a specific brand, or if there is a specific influencer that has their own hashtag, like mine is Be Your Own Unicorn, I have a lot of my followers that use that hashtag so that I can find their pictures. Definitely do that. Kind of on the point of hashtags, don't be too generic also with the hashtags that you use. So for example, a lot of people, what I've noticed is they'll just have like 10 or 20 hashtags in their notes, and then they'll just copy paste it and post it on every picture. So if they're posting a food picture and they're posting like a workout video, you'll see the same hashtags. Again, the reason I don't like doing that is because it ties back to my previous point. You're not going to be getting at your target demographic, and the hashtags don't really convey what the picture is about. So it's kind of like, I'm showing a sandwich, but I have workout. People are going to look at you like, what the heck, man? Like, no. Another thing about hashtags, people are always creating new hashtags. Like, you can create your own hashtag right now. Just hashtag whatever the heck you want to put after it. ABCDEFG. But there are always new hashtags that are coming into play within your specific industry. So make sure you kind of stay on top of that. So it's like, if there's a new hashtag, say, for example, YouTube video workouts, that's really been trending and you can see that it's become successful, don't be afraid to incorporate that into your list of hashtags. Of course, as long as it pertains to the picture or video that you're actually posting. If you follow my Instagram page, you'll notice I don't put hashtags in my captions. The reason I don't do that is because I think it gets too cluttered and it's a little messy. Some people will debate that it'll get you more visibility if you do that. I personally found that it doesn't make a difference. So what I'll usually do is I'll just put my hashtags as a comment. So I'll post my picture, put the caption, and then I'll immediately comment for myself with the hashtags that I want to use. That way, if you're using a hashtag or you misspelled it, or you're using a hashtag that you don't necessarily want to use anymore, you can just delete that comment. And also, it makes your caption look less cluttered. Okay, so now that you have your bio, you have your page set up, you have your hashtags, how do you get visibility on your page? So the first thing that I would recommend doing is, if you are trying to get visibility within a specific community, obviously use the hashtags and put up quality content. Now, what do I mean by quality content? Creative photos. So don't just do a typical like bikini pic or whatever just to get the likes. Do something that ties into your page and really shows who you are. So be creative and be genuine. Trust me, there are so many people on Instagram nowadays. It is very easy to see what a paid post is. Totally off topic, if you do have a paid post, you have to actually disclose that it's an ad or a paid post, or you can get in a lot of trouble. But that's for another video. Comment below if you have any questions about that. I'll be sure to answer them. So you can very easily tell when a post is not genuine. So for example, if someone is holding a shaker and a bottle of protein and they're like, oh, just found these on the ground, gonna take a picture with them. It's like, no, we know that this company paid you. Just say that they paid you. What I'm actually trying to get at here is just make sure your posts reflect you. Make sure they're genuine. I mean, obviously you can have your posts emulate other people's posts, but try to make them creative and try to make them genuine about you and really convey what you want for your channel. A couple little tips that I found for images. Obviously, like I said, make sure they're high quality and they're, they look good and it's not just like a half-sided picture of your face or whatever. And the camera is good. Obviously, nowadays, most cell phones have phenomenal cameras, so you can just use those and it'll be fine. A couple of tips though. Don't overuse the filters. There is nothing that literally when I look at this, I just get an aneurysm. There is nothing that I hate more than people overusing filters. It doesn't look good, it looks bad. Unless you're really going for like a super dramatic picture, don't overdo it with the filters. One is enough, don't play around with it too much. It's fine, we want this to look natural. Don't overcook your picture. One good way to get a good picture consistently is to kind of build a home studio. Now I know this isn't like ideal for everybody, but you really don't have to invest that much to get a good home studio. So what I do, I have a spare bedroom in my apartment that I don't use. All I have is a nice like white wall, which I make sure stays very clean. I look at the lighting because the lighting from the side of the window really reflects nicely on that wall. So make sure that it's just a clean wall or just like some basic pattern with good lighting. That's all you really need for a home studio. I'm not talking about lights and cameras and like a backdrop. Nobody needs that. Simple background, good lighting. That's all you really need. Alright, so you have your page, you have your pictures, everything's all set up. You have visibility, but you want the brands that you're interested in to find you. How do we do that? Okay, so obviously, like I said, if you're wearing the brand, if you're a big fan of the brand, make sure to take pictures with their apparel, make sure to tag them in the post, and make sure to use their hashtags, because people, they generally do look through their hashtags, and that's how they find influencers that match their brand. Now, that's just the basics. If you really want a brand to find you and to like your pictures, what you have to do is make sure that your picture fits with the brand aesthetic. What do I mean by that? Let's take, for example, a supplement page. If you go to a supplement page, you will see they have a very specific audience they're targeting. Their pictures are generally going to have the same filter or the same layout. So people are going to be on the beach or they're going to be at the gym or something along those lines. You're going to see that the shot is like a close-up of the athlete. The athlete's usually going to be topless or in like a crop top or something like that. They're going to be oiled up and they're going to be shredded, holding the supplement in their hand. Just for example. So if you want that brand to find you, you want that brand to repost your picture and reshare what you have on your Instagram page, make sure that your picture fits that same layout. So if you want, for example, that supplement brand, if you want that supplement brand to find you, make sure you're holding the product that they want in the specific way that they feature it in their page. Make sure that your pictures are the same high quality that they have. Make sure that the way you pose in the picture, the way you're facing the camera, angling and lighting is all similar to theirs, which increases the likelihood that they're going to reshare your picture and they're even going to like it on your page. So kind of on the topic of that, I get a lot of questions about how many followers do brands actually look for, like what's the right number? Honestly, there is no right number. And I know this sounds like so cliche, there really isn't. If a brand likes you, if a brand likes what you're doing, they will add you to their sponsored athlete list. You don't have to have over like 100K or 200K. Yes, there are brands that go that way. Personally, I would not want to be affiliated with a brand that only goes for numbers, because then you're essentially paying people to promote you. They don't even believe in your product. So it's like, what's the point? So if you really, really like a brand, make sure they know. Use their products, share your personal experience with their products, feature them on your page. They will find you. Don't worry about the followers. Kind of on that same note, and I'll touch on this on the next video, Instagram do's and don'ts. Make sure that you're personable. So if people comment on your page or if people are giving you likes, make sure to go and show them some love. Comment back to them. Don't just give them like a thumbs up. Like, show some effort. People want to feel that when they comment and they interact with you, they're interacting with a real person and not just someone that has a ton of followers. Alright, so last thing about Instagram, and this is kind of off topic. A lot of people ask me about agents. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but just like YouTubers, just like models, Instagrammers can now have agents. Now, I don't really know what the numbers are for an agent to sign with you, but I think they have their own factors that they go off of. I have been approached by a couple of agencies that wanted to sign me, and I declined all of them just because I personally don't think I need an agent, and I don't really want an agent right now. The reason I have my page is to reach my community and interact with people and kind of help them lose weight via macros and kind of healing their metabolism after intense dieting for long periods of time, or kind of like what I did where I used to fad diet a lot. I used to bounce around from diet to diet. So that's my goal. I'm not really looking to grow my page to like 1 million followers, get exposed on like all kinds of different channels. Like, that's really not my goal. But if that is your goal, you might want to try looking into agencies. So like I said, agencies have agents where they will sign you as like, they call it a talent. So they'll sign you as a talent. And what they'll do, they'll basically look for deals or collaborations with specific brands that fit with your brand aesthetic. And they kind of pair you up, kind of like what an agent does for a model. you should look into that more if that's definitely the kind of route you're going for. Obviously, don't forget they do take a percentage of whatever you make off of Instagram, so keep that in mind. But if you are looking to grow, it is a great way because they have connections that would take you a long time to foster, or connections that you possibly may never get or that you don't currently have, and it kind of just expedites the process. Alright guys, so that is my Instagram basics video. I hope it helped and kind of gave you guys the foundation for how to build a successful channel and how to kind of, you know, start with the right tools from the ground up. It's obviously easy to start a channel and then kind of change all this going backwards, but it's also nicer when you just start the channel, you have a solid foundation, all your kind of ducks are in order, and then your channel can grow a lot more easily. So I hope that was helpful. If you liked it, make sure to give it a thumbs up and comment below if there's any questions that you have or anything that you want to know. And as always, make sure to follow me on Instagram and Snapchat. I love hearing from you guys.